Hey everybody, it's Wendy. I am on day 3 of this 30-day challenge. Yesterday was the realization of we're just moving forward, embracing the suck. And the first day was, hard as hell. And so today, this is our mantra, because today is actually kind of tough. But we're not going to focus on the toughness. We're going to focus on the greatness. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this backwards again. This is my lifesaver today. Is that spelled right? Distraction. So day 3 is all about distraction. And what are we distracting? Day E. That's not gonna work. Day 3. Oh my gosh, I can't make a 3 backwards. There we go. Day 3 is distraction. I had to distract myself so hard crazy today. It's hard. You're eating a specific way, you're fueling yourself, and your mindset has got to be really dialed in with, this is important. This is from now on. This isn't just for a couple hours. This isn't just until I get through this. This is actually an eating lifestyle from here on out. And for me, if I don't keep my mind occupied with other things, then I tend to focus on, some, eggs and rice, and I don't know about rice, but anyway, I focus on this sounds good versus how can I stay busy? How can I not be dwelling on what I can't have versus here's what I get to have? And so distraction. So yesterday I did a hike and it was perfect timing. I invited my niece and I took my daughter's dog, and the hike was exactly what I needed to re-engage my mind. Well, what happened after that is I got a text from spouse who just had surgery, and he said, hey, can you swing by Chick-fil-A and grab me lunch? Are you kidding me? Sorry, I don't do fast food at all, but when I do fast food, I will do Chick-fil-A because I don't know. I like Chick-fil-A. I don't know if there's any haters on Chick-fil-A out there, I apologize, but Chick-fil-A is good for me. And so I had to go through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, and the drive-thru is pretty long. And my niece is just like, I lamented. I was like, oh man, can you smell that? It smells so good. And she knows what I'm doing for this next 30 days. She's like, you know what? Just park the car at the back of the restaurant. I'll run in, I'll get the order. And then you don't have to stand in there. You don't have to have these temptations hitting you, which is true because they do. They ping you. Boom, 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 boom. Eat me. This is delicious. Yum, yum. Doesn't I smell good? Da, da, da. Whatever. It's just awful. And so that's what we did. That was our plan of attack. And that's what we got to do. We got to think of new plans and new attacks and new ways of doing things so that we have success. Because what we're all about truly is changing from our current lifestyle and our current habits and our current choices that have gotten us where we really don't want to be, and switch it into higher performing, more positive mindset, different choices, different attitudes. And so she ran in, gets the food, brings it to the car. That was a tough drive home, I will admit, because everything was in the car. But we got to the house and I created this wonderful, protein and vegetable lunch. And I ate that, and then I sequestered myself in the office and started focusing on distracting. There's that word again. Distracting my mind with those things that are going to produce greater things for me in the long run. And that's a great technique, is rather than dwelling on what you can't have, rather than dwelling on, oh, this is so hard, rather than dwelling on, I want, or I miss this, or this sounds so good, we want to distract ourselves with what can we do instead? Today I took dog to the dog park. So this is day 3, and I woke up and my very first thought was, I could really go with a bowl of oatmeal, some scrambled eggs, and bacon. Like I was fantasizing about food, and I actually stayed in bed for an extra probably 45 minutes because I was like, if I get up, I'm gonna fail on my commitment to myself, which we'll talk about that tomorrow. Commitment to ourselves and keeping those promises to ourselves. We should be our most important person. And so, regardless of all that, here we are on day 3. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've had a successful morning. I distracted myself. I just jumped right in and grabbed a bar and then grabbed the dog and took off to the dog park. And the way I distracted myself at the dog park was I reached out to my relatives. We all are busy, and I have just as many excuses as each of you for why I don't stay in communication with the people that I love and care about more fully. And so anytime I'm at like a dog park or taking a hike, if I'm by myself, or riding my bike, that's my time. If I'm not listening to a podcast or doing something for myself, that's my time to reach out to my family members. And so I called my brother, I called my Grammy, and I just spent time on the phone, and I really engaged. I became very present on the phone call, so present that I didn't see the dog jump in the mud and get really filthy, but that's okay. We washed him, it was all good. But I just really got engaged in the conversation with them, and I listened to what they were going through. And then I was just like, is there anything I can send you? Do you need any help? Would you like me to call you tomorrow so we can finish talking about this as we were ending the conversation? Because I could tell they wanted to keep talking, and I was out of time. I really did have to go get the dog because he was muddy as heck. So anyway, just some ideas. As you hit day 3 of any challenge, mine's my 30-day challenge. As you hit day 3, be mindful of your choices and distract yourself with good things. Like play with things like, how can I distract myself from wanting to do this? How can I distract myself from wanting to go out in the kitchen and make an amazing breakfast or a bowl of Frosted Flakes or whatever your go-to thing is? And just think of distraction. Distraction is a good thing to do so that you can stay focused on your 30-day challenge. Now that I've said that, I just realized distraction can be bad if we're trying to work on a project. So don't utilize distraction in the bad sense. Utilize it in the good sense of distracting your mind off the thing that you don't want it to be focused on. When you're focused on something, don't get distracted. So yeah, there could be good and bad on here. Take the good from this. There is much good if we make some choices and distract ourselves from what we're currently feeling or thinking about that might pull us off our goal or pull us off focus. So have a great day 3. You've got this. We've all got this, and we'll see you tomorrow.